Every year, tens of thousands of young men and young women and many senior couples eagerly anticipate receiving a special letter from Salt Lake City.
That works. Okay. Dear Elder Miskin, you are hereby called to serve as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You are assigned to labor in the California San Fernando mission.
Bednar, Arizona.
Boise, Idaho. Okay, ready? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Okay, dear Sister Bone, you are hereby called to serve as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I can't even pronounce it. You are assigned to labor in the Taiwan mission. You are hereby.
You are hereby called to serve as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You are assigned to labor in the Philippines Naga mission.
A missionary is not called to a place. Rather, he or she is called to serve.
My mission call was to São Paulo, East Brazil, Portuguese speaking.
I was called to the Canada-Montreal mission.
I was called to the Mexico Monterrey East mission.
I did have to wait for my visa to come. I got my reassignment the last week in the MTC in Provo to St. George, Utah. The first few months I was serving in St. George, I definitely felt like I didn't belong there. Like I should have been in Brazil, should have been where I was called. That's kind of how I felt.
I got a phone call from the mission president one day saying he had some big news. And then he later told us about it, that we'd be changing missions and then it'd be happening the next day.
I waited in the Salt Lake South mission for nearly 2 transfers. To start, it definitely was difficult just because it didn't quite feel like a mission to me because I felt like I was home. I wasn't away from my family. Like, even though I didn't see them, I felt like I was at home still. So it definitely was hard at the beginning because I didn't feel like I was in my mission yet. I never had a bad attitude about being in Salt Lake. It was just more of like the waiting period of like, when I'm actually going to get to my mission. Forgetting that I was on my mission. Even though I was just in Salt Lake, I was still serving the Lord. I was still bringing people to Christ. So,
a call to the work comes from God through the president of the church. An assignment to one of the more than 400 missions presently operating around the world comes from God through a member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, acting with the authorization of the Lord's living prophet.
Everyone's called to serve, not to a location, but to the church. It's to serve our Heavenly Father and try to bring people into His church. And I eventually realized I didn't miss time in Brazil, I gained time in St. George.
It doesn't matter where you're at, it's about the work you do.
I promise the spiritual gift of revelation will attend your call to the work of proclaiming the gospel and your assignment to a specific field or fields of labor.